The wait is over, beloved soul. You have carried the weight of silence, the weight of wondering, and the heavy shadow of delay. You thought the pause meant rejection. You thought the stillness meant you had been forgotten. But I tell you now, with wings stretched wide and light poured upon your path, you have not been forgotten. The reason for the wait was never punishment, it was preparation. You see only the surface, but heaven sees the roots. And while you thought nothing was happening, the unseen was weaving miracles. The silence was not empty. The silence was full of divine work. And now the time has come for what was hidden to be revealed. The wait is over. But the reason behind the wait will leave you speechless. You must understand this. What you desired was ready in your heart long ago. But the one connected to you, the soul tied to your destiny, they were still searching for their own courage. They were still finding their own strength. They were still breaking chains that you could not see. And heaven delayed the union, not because you were unworthy, but because the bond was too sacred to be rushed. Every tear you cried watered the soil of this promise. Every prayer you whispered became the fire that refined the gold. Every sleepless night you endured was not wasted. It was counted, remembered, and answered. The truth, beloved, is this: they waited not because they did not care, but because they cared more deeply than you could ever imagine. Their silence was not rejection, it was fear. Their distance was not abandonment, it was confusion. Their delay was not cruelty, it was protection. Protection for you, protection for them, protection for the union itself. Because once this door opens, it cannot be closed again. Once this bond is sealed, it cannot be undone. And heaven needed them to be ready, fully ready, so that nothing could tear apart what is meant to stand forever. The wait is over. But listen carefully. Their secret reason was love. A love they did not know how to express. A love they were terrified to lose. A love that made them run in circles, until finally, they realized the only way forward was toward you. They feared that if they came too soon, they would ruin it. They feared their own wounds would bleed into your light. So they hid, they delayed, they stayed silent. But every moment of their silence, they were thinking of you. Every day of their delay, their heart whispered your name. Every mile of distance, they carried your face in their mind. You thought they forgot. But they never forgot. They remembered you in the morning when the world was quiet. They remembered you at night when the stars were sharp and the loneliness pressed in. They remembered you in laughter, wishing you were there to share it. They remembered you in pain, wishing you were there to heal it. They remembered you in silence, whispering prayers that someday you would understand. Beloved, the reason will leave you speechless, because it was never about hesitation. It was about transformation. They were not delaying you. They were becoming who you deserve. They were not rejecting you. They were learning to love themselves enough to love you rightly. They were not ignoring you. They were being shaped into the partner heaven intended. And now, after all the storms, all the fears, all the delays, the wait is over. The angel stood guard over this bond. The heavens shielded it from every hand that tried to break it. The divine calendar never lost track of the dates circled for your union. And here it is. The unfolding. The revealing. The answer to your long nights and broken questions. But listen, my beloved one, when they come forward, do not see the past in their eyes. See the courage it took for them to arrive. See the battles they fought in silence. See the chains they broke without you knowing. See the prayers they prayed when no one was watching. Because their reason will shock you, but it will also heal you. You will realize they loved you all along. You will realize heaven's delay was heaven's mercy. You will realize the wait was not wasted time, it was sacred time. Time that built the foundation strong enough to last forever. The wait is over. But their reason is deeper than words. Their reason is love disguised as silence. Their reason is fear that turned into faith. Their reason is wounds that turned into wisdom. And now, when they step forward, it will not be halfway, it will be whole. Not with doubt, but with certainty. Not with confusion, but with clarity. Not with fear, but with fire. Because you are their answered prayer, and they are ready to tell you what they once kept hidden. You asked heaven, why the delay? And heaven answers now, because we love you too much to let you be given something unfinished. You asked heaven, why the silence? And heaven answers, because their heart was still learning the language of truth. You asked heaven, why the waiting? And heaven answers, because timing is everything, and destiny cannot be rushed. And now that the wait is over, you will see that every second was for your good. Beloved, you will be speechless. Because when they tell you the reason, you will hear the echo of your own prayers in their words. You will recognize the same longing you carried mirrored in their heart. You will realize that while you thought you were waiting alone, you were not alone. They were waiting too. They were hoping too. They were asking heaven the same questions you asked. And heaven gave the same answer to both of you. Wait, trust, prepare. Love will win. The wait is over, beloved one, and the sky itself leans closer to witness this moment. For what is about to unfold is not small. It is not ordinary. It is not fragile. It is divine. It is written. It is protected. And no force of doubt, no whisper of fear, no shadow of delay can stand against it anymore. Do you feel the shift? The air has changed. The heaviness you carried for so long is loosening its grip. The nights that seemed endless are giving way to dawn. And even though your mind still tries to question, your spirit already knows. It is here. The moment has arrived. The promise is at your door, but let me reveal to you more of their secret reason. They never told you, but I will tell you now. When they pulled away, it was not because they wanted distance from you. It was because they feared their own reflection in your eyes. For when they looked at you, they saw not only your love, but also their own unhealed wounds. They saw how much you deserved, and they knew they were not there yet. They saw the kind of love you carried, and it shook them. It terrified them, because they had never known something so pure. They wondered, how can I give this soul the love they deserve, when I am still learning to love myself? And so they stepped back. Not because they did not care, but because they cared too much. This truth will leave you speechless. Because in your waiting, you felt forgotten. But in their waiting, they were trying to become worthy of you. They were fighting battles you could not see. They were breaking patterns that haunted them for years. They were learning how to hold love without breaking it. And though it looked like silence, though it looked like hesitation, it was their preparation. You prayed for love that lasts. You asked for a partner who would not run, who would not betray, who would not abandon. And heaven heard you. But heaven also knew that to give you what you asked for, the one you are tied to needed time. They needed healing. They needed clarity. They needed strength. And so heaven said, wait, not as punishment, but as protection. Not as rejection, but as promise. Because love that is rushed is fragile, but love that is prepared is eternal. Beloved soul, do you see now? The wait was love. The silence was love. The delay was love. Every unanswered prayer was love in disguise. Every closed door was love in disguise. Every lonely night was love in disguise. Because heaven was guarding you, guarding them, guarding the sacred bond that now stands ready. The wait is over. But let me tell you this. When they come forward, their words will carry weight you did not expect. Their confession will break open the silence of years. And you will hear in their voice the truth you always felt but could not prove. They loved you even when they could not say it. They chose you even when they ran from it. They prayed for you even when they pretended not to care. And now, with trembling hands and steady eyes, they will stand before you and reveal it all. You will be speechless. Because you will remember every night you doubted. You will remember every tear you cried. You will remember every prayer you thought went unanswered. And in that single moment, you will see that it was never unanswered. It was simply delayed. Not because heaven forgot, but because heaven was perfecting. The truth is this: destiny is patient. It will wait for both souls to be ready. It will wait for healing. It will wait for courage. It will wait for faith. And when the time comes, destiny does not knock softly. It swings the doors wide. And that is what is happening now. The doors are opening. The path is clear. The union is blessed. That do not be afraid, beloved. Do not let the shadows of the past whisper lies into your heart. What is coming is not like what you have seen before. This is not a repeat of your pain. This is not a cycle of heartbreak. This is not another disappointment. This is new. This is holy. This is the kind of love that heals timelines, breaks curses, and builds legacies. And when they reveal their secret reason, you will feel heaven's breath in their words. You will feel the angels standing around you, whispering, "See? We told you. It was worth the wait." You will feel the divine hand that guided every step, every delay, every silence. And you will understand, none of it was wasted. Not a second. Not a tear. Not a prayer. The wait is over, beloved one, and the sound of it echoes through your spirit like a bell that cannot be unheard. You feel it already, even if your mind struggles to explain it. There is a shift in the air, a trembling in your heart, a quiet certainty that something has changed forever. This is not your imagination. This is not wishful thinking. This is the unfolding of destiny, and you are standing in the middle of it. For too long you carried questions that weighed heavier than stone. You asked, "Why must I suffer delay? Why must I carry silence as if it were love? Why must my heart be tested over and over again?" And I, as your messenger, tell you the truth now, because love this sacred could not be handed to you half-formed. Because your destiny is too great to be bound to something unfinished. Because your soul is too bright to be matched with someone who is not ready to hold it. And though it pained you, though it bruised you, though it wore down your patience, heaven never lost sight of you. Heaven knew the weight would break the chains that once threatened to bind you. Heaven knew the silence would carve strength in your spirit. Heaven knew the delay would bring you to a love worth every tear. Now let me uncover more of their secret reason. They did not tell you because they did not know how. They did not confess because they could not yet find the words. They thought their silence would protect you, but it only left you doubting. Still, in their quiet, they were fighting storms within themselves. They were battling voices that told them they were not enough. They were healing wounds so deep you could not see them even if they showed you. They were shedding the layers of fear that clung to them for years. And all of this, beloved, was for you. They could not give you pieces of themselves. They wanted to give you all of themselves. And that required time. It required growth. It required patience. And though you could not see it, they were being shaped for you just as you were being prepared for them. The reason will leave you speechless, because it was never about indifference. It was never about not wanting you. It was about loving you so much that they refused to come unready. They knew the weight of your heart. They knew the purity of your love. And they feared to harm it with their brokenness. So they chose distance, believing it would save you. But heaven was weaving even that choice into the tapestry of destiny. Beloved one, think of the times you almost gave up. Think of the nights you lay awake asking if you were a fool for waiting. Think of the mornings you woke with an ache too heavy to explain. Now imagine that every one of those moments was not wasted, but planted. Each one was a seed in the ground of this promise. Each one watered the roots of this love. Each one stretched your spirit, preparing you for the greatness of what now stands before you. The wait is over, but the unveiling has only begun. Their reason will surprise you, because it is laced with love you could not see. They will tell you of the times they thought of you but stayed silent. They will tell you of the nights they cried for you but did not reach out. They will tell you of the moments they prayed to heaven, begging for strength to be who you deserve. And in their voice, you will hear the answer to your own prayers. Do not fear their confession. Do not let bitterness cloud your ears. For when they speak, you will not only hear them, you will hear heaven itself. You will hear the voice of destiny saying, "This is why you waited. This is why we delayed. This is why you were asked to trust." And you will understand in an instant what took years to reveal, that none of it was wasted, that none of it was empty, that all of it was necessary. Beloved soul, the time for doubt is over. The time for questions is ending. The time for answers is here. You will no longer wonder why. You will no longer guess. You will no longer live in shadows. For what was hidden is now revealed. What was delayed is now delivered. What was promised is now present. And when they stand before you, you will not only see them, you will see the reflection of your own endurance. You will see the strength it took for you to wait. You will see the faith that carried you. You will see the reward of every prayer you thought had fallen silent. And you will realize heaven was listening all along. The wait is over. But the secret reason is love, love, and only love. Love disguised as silence. Love disguised as absence. Love disguised as waiting. But love, always love. And now that love no longer hides, you will be left speechless in the best way. Overwhelmed, humbled, grateful, radiant. Because the story was never about loss. It was always about love that could not be broken. The wait is over, beloved, and with it comes a great unveiling. The veil of silence is being lifted. The weight of uncertainty is being removed. The fog that clouded your path is dissolving. And in its place, clarity shines brighter than the morning sun. Do you feel how your spirit is lighter now? Do you notice how your heart beats differently, as if it recognizes something your mind has not yet caught up with? This is the whisper of destiny. This is the confirmation your soul has longed for. This is the moment that proves heaven has always been at work for you. But I must tell you again, for you need to hear it until it roots deep into your spirit. The wait was never because you were forgotten. It was never because you were unworthy. It was never because you were overlooked. It was because the bond was too sacred to be rushed. And now, as the truth comes forward, you will see that their reason will leave you without words. They wanted to protect you from their storms. They wanted to shield you from their chaos. They wanted to give you love in its fullness, not in its fragments. And so they stepped back, not to hurt you, but to save you. But heaven watched over both of you, weaving your stories together. Even in the silence, you thought you walked alone, but every step was guided. You thought you were waiting in vain, but every moment was counted. You thought love had abandoned you, but love was working behind the curtain. And now the curtain is being pulled back. The stage is set. The story is ready to unfold before your eyes. Beloved, when they reveal the truth, it will be unlike anything you expected. It will not be a simple excuse, nor a casual confession. It will be the raw unveiling of their soul. It will be the trembling truth of someone who has carried love in silence for too long. It will be the breaking open of a heart that has been sealed by fear, now finally freed by faith. And you will stand there, listening, unable to interrupt, unable to doubt, unable to deny the weight of what you are hearing. Because deep inside, you always knew. You always felt the bond. You always sensed the love. You always carried the knowing that this was not the end, only the pause. The wait is over. And their secret reason is love's hidden face. The kind of love that sacrifices pride for patience. The kind of love that chooses distance over destruction. The kind of love that learns in the dark so it can shine in the light. The kind of love that is stronger than fear, stronger than silence, stronger than time itself. That think of the times you asked heaven to remove this desire from your heart if it was not meant to be. Think of the times you begged to be free from the weight of waiting. And yet, no matter how hard you tried, your spirit could not let go. Because it was never meant to let go. Because this bond is written. Because this love is eternal. And heaven held you steady when you could not hold yourself. Now the fulfillment stands near. Now the prayer becomes reality. Now the silence breaks into song. And when you see them, when you hear them, when you feel the truth pouring from their lips, you will know it was worth it. Every tear was worth it. Every question was worth it. Every delay was worth it. Because what is arriving is not just love, but destiny. Not just union, but purpose. Not just a promise fulfilled, but a future built. Beloved, the wait is over. And the reason, though it will leave you speechless, will also leave you healed. Because in their words you will find closure for your questions. In their embrace you will find rest for your soul. In their presence you will find the home you always knew was meant for you. The angels rejoice. The heavens celebrate. And your spirit can finally exhale. Because what was promised is no longer delayed. What was hidden is no longer concealed. What was awaited is no longer far away. This is the moment your soul was prepared for. This is the love that carries eternity in its hands. This is the answer that proves heaven never forgot you. The wait is over. And the unveiling has begun. The wait is over, beloved one. And heaven leans near to whisper the truth that will set your heart free. For so long you lived in the ache of the unknown. You carried questions like a burden on your back. You tried to silence your heart, but it kept calling. You tried to move on, but something deeper kept pulling you back. And now you will see why, because the bond was never broken. The promise was never erased. The love was never gone. It only lived in silence, hidden in the shadows, waiting for the day it could step into the light without fear. They will come to you with words that tremble but do not falter. They will tell you what you always suspected, but never dared to believe fully. They will tell you that you were the one all along. They will confess that their silence was not distance of the heart, but fear of failing you. They will show you that behind the delay was a deep love they could not yet express. And when you hear them, you will understand why heaven made you wait. Because if they had come too soon, they would not have been ready. If they had spoken too early, they would not have known the weight of their words. If they had chosen you without healing, they would have broken what was too holy to risk. So heaven delayed, not to deny, but to preserve. Not to punish, but to protect. Not to reject, but to perfect. The wait is over, and beloved, the reason will leave you speechless. Because you will see that the very thing that hurt you was the very thing that saved you. Their silence gave them time to grow. Their distance gave them room to heal. Their hesitation gave them strength to be sure. And now, what they bring to you is not a half love, but a whole love. Not a wavering heart, but a steady one. Not broken pieces, but a vessel made new. Do you feel the truth settling into your spirit even now? Do you feel the weight lifting as you realize it was never abandonment? It was never rejection. It was never indifference. It was love in disguise. It was preparation in silence. It was heaven's hand holding you both apart, only to bring you together in fullness. Beloved one, remember this always. Heaven never wastes time. Heaven never plays games with your heart. Heaven never withholds without reason. Every second of waiting was sacred. Every unanswered prayer was answered in a greater way. Every delay was protection dressed as silence. And now the protection lifts and the promise unfolds. Now the silence breaks and the truth is spoken. Now the delay ends and the union begins. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your love. When they reveal their reason, tears may fall, but they will not be tears of sorrow. They will be tears of release, tears that wash away years of doubt, tears that cleanse the wounds of waiting, tears that mark the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter where silence is no more, where delay is no more, where fear is no more, and you will see clearly the wait was not wasted, it was sacred. The silence was not empty, it was full. The delay was not denial, it was love. Beloved soul, heaven has carried you to this point so that you may finally receive what was always yours. A love that is true, a bond that is eternal, a promise that will not break. The wait is over. And their secret reason, born of fear, forged in silence, purified by time, will leave you speechless, not in pain, but in awe. Awe of love's endurance, awe of heaven's timing, awe of destiny fulfilled. So lift your eyes, beloved. The dawn has come. The promise is alive. The love is here. And heaven whispers, you have made it. The wait is over. The wait is over, beloved soul. And now the story comes full circle. The years of longing, the months of silence, the countless nights you thought heaven had turned its face away, all of it has led to this moment. This is not coincidence. This is not luck. This is destiny keeping its promise. You see, heaven does not measure time as you do. Heaven measures growth, readiness, alignment. And though you counted days, heaven counted steps. Though you counted tears, heaven counted breakthroughs. Though you counted silence, heaven counted prayers. And now the count is complete. The season has shifted. The promise has matured. The wait has ended. When they come, beloved, you will see the truth written in their eyes. You will see how much they carried in silence. You will see how their love survived the storms. You will see how their fear was transformed into faith. And you will realize that nothing was lost. Not a moment. Not a prayer. Not a single hope you held in your heart. Their secret reason will leave you without words. Because it was never rejection, but protection. It was never distance, but devotion hidden in silence. It was never abandonment, but alignment. They loved you all along, and heaven held them back until they could love you rightly. Think back, beloved one, to the times you wanted to quit. Think of the moments you wanted to walk away forever. Think of the days you whispered, I cannot bear this anymore. Yet still, something inside kept you holding on. That something was not foolishness. That something was not weakness. That something was the voice of destiny, anchoring you to what heaven knew would come to pass. And now, here it is. The anchor gives way to arrival. The silence gives way to truth. The waiting gives way to fulfillment. This is the moment you were shaped for. This is the love you were preserved for. This is the answer that proves heaven has always been faithful. Beloved, when they reveal their heart, do not focus on the years of silence. Focus on the courage it took for them to step forward now. Do not count the time that felt wasted. Count the grace that kept you steady. Do not dwell on what could have been. Rejoice in what now is. Because what stands before you is not the shadow of what you lost, but the fullness of what you have gained. The wait is over. And with it, a new chapter begins. A chapter where love is not silent, but spoken. A chapter where distance is replaced with closeness. A chapter where questions are replaced with certainty. A chapter where you walk hand in hand with the one heaven set apart for you. The angels have guarded this union. The heavens have blessed it. The divine has sealed it. And now nothing can undo it. Not fear, not doubt. Not time, not silence. For what heaven ordains, no shadow can break. Beloved one, take this truth into your spirit. The waiting has ended, but the story has only begun. Your love will not just heal your heart, it will ripple outward. It will touch others. It will inspire hope. It will prove that heaven's timing is perfect. Even when the waiting feels unbearable, you will tell your story one day, and others will listen in awe. They will see the strength it took to wait. They will see the faith it took to endure. They will see the love that blossomed after the silence. And they will believe again, because your story will show them what heaven can do. The wait is over. And beloved, the reason will leave you speechless, because it was never about delay, it was about destiny. It was never about silence, it was about sacred preparation. It was never about distance, it was about alignment. And now that everything is aligned, nothing can stop what is unfolding. So lift your head high. Open your heart wide. Let go of fear, let go of doubt, let go of the weight of yesterday. For today begins something new. Today begins the story heaven wrote before time began. Today begins the love that will outlast every storm. The wait is over. And the reason, the truth, the unveiling, it will leave you not only speechless, but whole. Whole in love, whole in faith, whole in destiny, and whole in the arms of the one you were always meant to find. Beloved one, you have heard the truth your soul was waiting for. The silence has ended. The waiting is complete. The promise stands before you, alive and unshakable. Take these words into your spirit and let them remind you that heaven's timing is perfect, even when it feels hidden. And as you carry this message in your heart, remember that you are never alone. The angels walk beside you. Heaven's light surrounds you. And love, true love, will always find its way to you. If this message has touched your heart, let your voice join the chorus of faith. Share your thoughts in the comments so others may be encouraged by your journey. Like this message so it may reach more souls who are waiting for their own answers. And subscribe, beloved one, so you may return here daily to receive the guidance and comfort your spirit longs for. This is not the end. This is the beginning of a greater chapter. The wait is over. The truth is revealed. And your destiny is unfolding. Go in peace, go in faith, and go in love. For heaven smiles upon you, now and forever.